Hey. God damn, bro. Classic NC Soft. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna check out the new normal mode. See how that goes. Yeah. People are recruiting 3.1, so it's probably pretty fucking easy, right? Yeah. Alright, still filtering clerics out. I see how it is. 3.2, 3k flat with PvP. I don't know. I'm still gonna be careful. Like, I don't want to waste time or anything. Nah, not that. Can probably go without Ochanta though, surely. The other 3.2. Huh. I mean, worst case, I'll just make my own group. Whatever. Yeah, full PvP guy. Okay. See how it be. The hard mode is literally the old normal mode. I already did that one offline. So I'm assuming this is probably very easy. And this guy's actually gonna go with PvP gear, huh? Yeah, he's definitely minus 20%. But whatever, like the other DPS should make up for it. Wow, where's my invite? Have you seen the title? This is an emergency stream. Also, I just joined a random fucking pub. Like, we'll see how they fare. I did hard mode in between the two maintenances. Didn't clear though. Like, we enraged at 1% and then the game went into maintenance. But the current hard mode is exactly it's literally the old normal mode. So I just want to check out the new normal mode and see like if mechanically it's different or if it's literally just like DPS check and damage and so on. Because like if it's just like DPS check and stuff like that, I'll just get footage of the hard mode and then make the guide for both dungeons using the hard mode footage. It's literally the only reason why I'm running this. I'm probably just gonna run it once, right? Nice. Don't you love it when pugs just pull every mob and then don't clear them? I mean, I guess they don't really do damage in this version now, so I'm gonna assume that the boss also won't one-shot me this time. This actually looks doable. Like, yeah, this looks very easy. And I would even say, by the way, the new hard mode does look... it did feel easier than the old normal mode. Okay, this guy doesn't want to do the mechanic, whatever. Like, okay, this died really fucking fast. Yeah, okay, this is really easy. I mean, mechanically, it's about the same. At least for the mini-boss so far. But like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna run this and then I'm gonna see if I can reliably do hard mode after that, because if the hard mode is an easier normal mode, like all normal mode, it might be just better to run that just to get pity on the god and stuff, right? Yeah, do they actually want to clear the trash, or I guess so. Oh yeah, the trash is getting one tap. What the fuck? Wow, okay, this is that is quite the drastic change, huh? I see why they released the hard mode now. I mean, this is pretty interesting though. Like this is an interesting turn of events, because this happening is gonna shape the rest of the season. Like the fact that this happened means the rest of the season is gonna play very differently than what they probably initially planned, right? I'll just raise this guy. Craft 70 guard is better than this dungeon guard. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing is, right, like endgame I want to get a either like Splendid Dark Dragon or like Ebony guard, right? But I just want something with high enough eye level to do the new content. But like getting a crafted guard as a dude, just fucking dude, I'm spamming parkour on this fucking pillar, dude. My character was stuck trying to climb this fucking pillar. But yeah, I just want to get enough eye level to be sure to do the Transcendence, right? Like that's the only thing I want to focus on. And I'm not going to be able to get Splendid Dark or Ebony for a while, because I'm broke as shit. I'm happy with the all normal mode the way it was. Can give it an enrage timeout. Yeah, I mean that is the problem. The DPS check is the problem. Like the mechanics and the damage were never the problem. It just never was. And the thing is, it's never going to be a problem in this game simply because of the fact we can infinitely res anyways, right? Like the only problem you could put in the game, regardless, is the DPS check. Also, what the fuck are these guys doing? I'll just res him, I guess. Okay, well. Like that's the only barrier they can put. It's either they make fights with harder mechanics in this, or they have to gatekeep us with DPS checks, right? Now granted, this is just a fucking day-to-day dungeon, regular ass dungeons, right? So it shouldn't be that difficult to clear to begin with. I'm fine without mechanics. Yeah, me too. It's just I don't know if they want to do it, especially on this type of content, right? Like, dude, have you tried running this dungeon like before the patch? Bugs? Like, I felt like I was going insane, genuinely. Oh, open this for this because they're actually falling behind. I ran in the second the server came up, yeah. Like, it was impossible to clear even with fucking Horned Dragon people because they kept dying and they were doing no DPS, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they even can make harder PvE in this game because the people in this game have no hands. Like, it's kind of the same problem as a Throne. Okay, this does 10k now. Holy shit. Dude, this was doing 37k to me before, okay? Okay, well, I mean, the mechanics are the same so far, so we'll see. I'm guessing if they remove something, they probably remove the, whatchamacallit. The fact that the second breath destroys the platform. Dude, there's no DPS check anymore. This boss is dying, dude. Yeah, they didn't fucking half-ass this nerf. Like, this isn't even a nerf. Like, it's completely gutted. Look at this. Okay, there's no poison anymore. So we can technically we could all go on the same platform. There's no poison anymore. Yeah, even that doesn't do damage anymore. The rest of the rotation is similar though. Yeah, this guy took the kernel and then die. Going to the last talk like 5 days ago, tried the second Yeah, I mean the problem is just the audience that NCSoft has, right? Throne had the exact same problem of they really tried to make interesting PvE, but they constantly had to like nerf it because people just couldn't fucking do it. So I don't know, like the thing is, right, it's either they're gonna have to like man up and make fights with actual mechanics instead of DPS checks and then not nerf them and ask of people to clear them, because otherwise, like, you have to teach your player base, right? If you don't teach your player base, people will never learn, right? So yeah, but like based on the way they are reacting to feedback, which is they constantly bend the knee immediately, I have a feeling, I mean, I don't know, but we'll see, but I have a feeling they won't want to push the PvE too far in this game. Dude, this is really fucking easy. Holy shit. These people did not even do the mechanics properly and this just died. Okay, well. Yippee, boots. I mean, I guess I could replace my current boots with these and then equip my PvP guard again. Probably better. XD. I literally did fucking 14 Nuakum to get the guard and I'm already gonna get rid of it. Well, on the plus side, the price of crafting shit is probably gonna go down now. Does it have movement speed? It doesn't. Yikes. Zoinks. But it is level 92, so I should probably be using it regardless. Yeah. Yeah. Attack, back defense, crit resist. This, all of this is... Yeah, all of this is fucking useless. I just have to reroll the entire thing, honestly. Yeah, I mean, this is so easy now. It's like, it's so easy, like, do I even make fucking guide? Like, I don't know. I'm here for my daily dose of cleric power. Yeah, I'm just doing an emergency stream to like check out the instant changes. The 40% for yellow drop. No, it's the same as the other ones. Yeah, it's 10.55, and then the hard mode is like double. Yeah, it's the same as the other like hard modes. Yeah, it's the exact same. It's not 40%. It's like it's 3 different slots with 1 at 20 and 2 at 10, right? So yeah. Well, so much for that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my tickets because I'm gonna do hard mode with some pre-made people tomorrow. So I want to be able to record a few runs, and then I'll just make the guide based on the hard mode, because it seems like the normal mode removes the poison cloud on the platforms and the fact that the platforms get destroyed on the second breath. Like, that's the 2 things that are getting removed, right? So I just make a hard mode guide, and I just say that the normal mode just doesn't have these 2, and then GG, just fucking full send, right? They haven't fixed the season shit yet. Great, excellent. I love having useless red dots. That's my favorite feature of this game, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything. Like, I don't even need to combine whites at this point. Like, I'm literally not able to get anything out of whites, I don't think. Yeah, no. I mean, I guess I do get like duplicate greens to then fish for blues, right? So it's not completely useless, but you know. Can you combine more? No, you can't. Yo, by the way, while you guys are here, don't forget to click on the video and the pin and like leave a like and shit as usual. Help a brother out. I don't know if anybody's actually gonna need this video, but I made it. What time is it? 58? I guess I'll go PvP for a bit. Yeah, I can do that. Just like PvP and an end stream or something. I just wanted to do like a quick emergency stream to check the changes out. The real stream will be tomorrow, actually. Okay. How many skins do I have now? Skin check. Resource, collection. Okay. 86 more. 86 more. I mean, with the new dungeon, that should give me a few, right? Rift should be open, right? It's Rift time? Yeah, it is. Alright. I will go Rift. Why not just 24-hour stream? Okay. I'm just gonna say that because there's not a lot of people in the stream right now, right? And this is gonna be our little secret, okay? I am somewhat going hard right now, but I'm not going as hard as I could. Let me just say that I am fully conscious of the fact I am Mostly, okay, from a content creation perspective, if I want to turn this into something, right, I am mostly wasting my time with the Taiwan release because there's literally like fucking no one playing this game from the English side, right? So I'm basically making content for like a niche audience that's probably not gonna matter long term, right? I will go hard on the global release of the game. Alright. I will do the stupid guides for like the tiniest of things that go into way too much detail. I will do the very long streams and so on and so forth for the global release. For the time being, I'm just chilling just so I don't burn out. But I'm still doing my due diligence to get into the swing of things, right? And you know, to get the ball rolling. To tell people, hey, I'm here. You know what I mean? But like realistically, if I was not dumb and not just passionate about Ion in general, I would probably just waiting for a global before doing anything, right? But I'm doing what I'm doing right now because I care, basically. But yeah, I don't want to burn myself out too much. I hope you'll understand. Like this is already probably more than what I should be doing. Alright, do we have literally anyone? I don't even know what fucking... Wait, let me check my seasonals. Okay, I need 5 more players in Verderon for like the gold medals, right? I don't even... I mean, I guess people should start to be rank 4 right now, right? Surely. Also, I have the wrong tab right now, so let me not do that mistake. Alright. And yeah, this is gonna be a short stream, so... Don't be shocked. It is pretty late for me. Oh well, that trainee switched back to PV flag, so that's fun. I am shocked at the level of the normal mode right now. I'm baffled. Like, yeah, I get it. I understand why they released the hard mode now, because if they just announce another nerf and this is how the dungeon was, dude, that would have been fucking... People would have bitched about this, honestly. You know what I think they did? I think they just straight up grabbed the exploration mode and made that the regular conquest mode. I didn't do the exploration mode, but I would assume it was something like that, right? It was almost unclearable before. Yes, absolutely. It needed a nerf, right? But I am surprised that this is as far as they went. Because, okay, you need to understand that because this is as far as they went, this is going to dictate how the rest of the season goes. The next dungeon is going to release in the same state. Okay? Transcendence is probably gonna release in the same state. Because everything has to follow suit, right? Like, it's a bit crazy. I think the dungeon needed to get nerfed. I don't think it needed to get that nerfed. You know what I mean? Top viewers, SM top 52. Of course it's a fucking Russian website. Of course it is. Ban. See ya. But yeah, I think maybe that's a bit too much. I think, and okay, look, can we be real for a second? NCSoft, I was willing to be forgiving for season 1, okay? This is now season 2. You've released a bunch of content. You've gone through a bunch of like different nerf waves and player complaints and so on and so forth. How the fuck are you not able to release a piece of content balanced properly from the get-go now? Like, why do we have to go through the overtuned phase before you do anything. Still, like, are we gonna have to do this every time? Like, are you going to release the next dungeon next week, and it's gonna be the same process again? Are you gonna release Sanctuary and then nerf it by half within a week? Like, can we be for fucking real right now? Like, do you guys have QA? Do you guys have people actually testing the game with like actual shit that players would have? It's their first MMO, give them a break. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Okay, because as you said, the initial release of Dramata was fucking stupid. Okay, like the level, the balance of the initial Dramata was not even close to being what the high level requirement is, right? So like, what possesses them to release content in the like as is, right? That's what I'm failing to understand right now. Like, I'm just trying to understand how you have an entire fucking studio of developers, 400 people, mind you, right? In an MMO that you care very much about, that is very clearly your last chance as a company to like make a good impression, and you release content with balance that was chosen by throwing a fucking dart at a dartboard. Like, this is not acceptable, and the rest of the season better be fucking balanced properly from the get-go. Because if we go through this process again next week, I'm just done doing content when it comes out. And I think I'm not gonna be the only one. Because I literally, dude, I literally burned all of my fucking resources and all of my dungeon tickets, like doing emergency course correction to adjust for the new balance. And look, I was expecting nerfs, right? I was expecting like a balance wave, right? I wasn't expecting it as drastic. You just saw the dungeon I just did, right? I was with a bunch of dickheads that didn't do mechanics, and we were not even like 40% of the way through the end rage. We went from the dungeon being unclearable with 3.9k on Dragon players to this, okay? I feel like there was an in-between there, you know? Get punished if I am my friend with a normal Fire Temple, yeah? Yeah, which, by the way, I understand they would do that on Transcendence. I don't really understand why they would do that on Quest. Like, we need more wipe mechanic. Yeah, we need more mechanics that locks the boss's HP, or like makes the boss leave the arena and forces you to do the mechanic. What's up, my favorite French streamer? What is up, my favorite VIP? Fuck, there's another VIP in the chat. I can't say that. Look, man, I love my children equally. Alright? You are all my favorite VIP. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. I just don't understand how they can struggle this much to understand what to do with the balance of their PvE. It is crazy to me. Dude, those last 3 days with this one dungeon is fucking insane to me. They overreacted as fuck with today's nerf. Like, holy shit, dude. I'm still in complete disbelief on how fucking easy that was. How much easier it is. I went in with a bunch of dickheads at 3k combat power that died to every mechanic, and we one-shot the boss with 60% of the enrage left. Okay? That's how easy it is. And the hard mode is how the normal mode was. No change. It's literally like the hard mode right now is exactly the normal mode, how it was before. I did it in between the two maintenances. Like I'm a bit iffy on how the PvE in this game is gonna go, because we have talked at length about how the PvE in this game has a lot of potential. Like mechanically it's sound, it's solid, there's no exploits, there's no bugs, and they have shown that they can develop interesting mechanics, right? They just need a good battle designer to make good fights, right? But if this is their impression of the player base, and if this is how they nerf their fights, I'm a bit scared that they're gonna be afraid to make anything remotely difficult. And like, I'm not saying that the fight was difficult, the fight was just overtuned in its enrage, right? But you have to look at it from the NCSoft perspective, right? Because this is setting a precedent. Like season 1 was whatever, right? Like you can say season 1 was just a test run, so on and so forth, right? Like this is season 2. They've had an entire fucking season to hone their like impression and understanding of like the DPS of the player base and like their competency and shit. So the fact that they fucked up that bad and then they course corrected this bad, I don't know if they know what the fuck they're doing. So really, they want to be able to PvP and like make a PvE game, but then pull this shit. It's just wild to me. I don't know. Like, again, the best course of action is that they become a lot more lenient on the DPS checks, but at least they make the mechanics a lot harder, right? I hope they go this route. But, I mean, we're gonna see with the rest of the season, right? We're gonna see literally with the next dungeon. It's in what, like fucking 10 days or something? We're gonna see in 10 days with the new dungeon. If the new dungeon comes out in a similar state to Dramata right now, yeah, this season is gonna be a joke. I can already tell you. I don't know who they plan to capture audience from their competitor. Yeah, I mean, okay. I'm not saying this is the case for this game, but the thing, the problem that I had with Throne and Liberty, right, is that my opinion is that when you make an MMO, it doesn't have to be perfect, right, at all. It just needs to have a killer feature that you want to come whenever you're playing other MMOs. You are missing this one thing from that other MMO, right? That's the important part about an MMO, right? You don't need your MMO to be an all-rounder, right? You need your MMO to have something that you can't find in other MMO, right? In Final Fantasy XIV, it's stuff like the ultimates. Like, this is the killer feature. It's like really high-level, intricate, puzzle-based PvE, right? With Ion 1, it was the pinnacle of tap target PvP MMO. And then you had stuff like Dredgen. Like, to me, something like Dredgen is a killer feature that makes you want to go back to that game, right? This game needs to like stop being a theme park and lock the fuck in on something. They need to know what they're doing next. Avoid poop puddle, don't stand in a van, move there while dodging this attack. You mean Iron 2 or Final Fantasy 14? I mean, Final Fantasy 14 is like mostly puzzle-based mechanics, right? Like, once you solve the puzzle, they are very easy. Like, don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy 14 bores me to death, and that's why I don't play it anymore. But that's the killer feature, right? It's especially when you do blind prog, it's solving the puzzles, right? Oh, there's a guy here. Oh, he logged off. Oh, no, he's back. XD. But like the thing with Iron 2 is that it has really good combat. It has PvE with insanely high potential. It has subpar PvP, but it's actually playable, unlike Throne, right? But if they want their game to have PvE as a killer feature, they need to focus more on the development of mechanics. And they have some fights that do that, right? Do you run that stigma when you're running high-level dungeons? These are my PvP stigmas. I'm gonna make a short about my stigma builds for the different content, so be on the lookout for that. That's gonna come out in the next few days. But like when I run dungeons, like this is what I run typically. These are the stigmas I run in dungeon. And then if I don't run the res, then I run either Earth Punishment or use seal or the root. It depends on like what I need. If I need stagger, if I need damage, if I need mitigation, right? Like, yeah. I also possibly use salvation sometimes. Like on Dramata hard mode, I use salvation on the last boss instead of the res. Because if you have to res people, you don't have DPS. So it doesn't matter. And the mechanic where the boss slams the ground and makes like multiple puddles appear on the healer is pretty difficult to do at hyping, so you just pop salvation because it happens once every 2 minutes. So you can just like use salvation on cooldown for this mechanic. So yeah, you kind of have to like fiddle depending on your needs, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Oh yeah, these stigmas are exclusively for PvP. And exclusively for solo PvP, I should say. Because group PvP would be a bit different. Group PvP would be using like U-Steel and the res if you're doing open world, and whatchamacallit, maybe the light of no the buff that buffs the HP. I forgot the name. Yeah, I mean this rift is gonna be pretty empty, expectedly, but you know. But yeah, very confused. This beginning of season 2, it hasn't even been a week, and I'm just fucking confused. I'll just say that. Like, I am completely baffled by so many things with the beginning of the season 2 that I don't know what the fuck to start. And like, you know what I might do? I think I'm just gonna make a video where I just don't write any fucking script and I just ramble for 30 minutes about being confused at what they're doing right now. And like telling NCSoft to lock the fuck in. Like that's where that's where I'm at right now. It's like something needs to, you know, the short guy with like the bowl cut that shows up on the live stream for Iron 2. Like someone needs to fucking grab this guy by the shoulder and just shake him violently and just tell him, just fucking lock the fuck in, dude. What are you doing? Just I don't know, dude. Just fucking like slap him across the face a couple of times, like tell him to wake the fuck up. Like, dude, what are you doing? Just think. Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do the hard mode again. I will record the clear, and then I will make the guide video for both normal and hard mode, and that's gonna come out probably not tomorrow but the day after that, right? And then yeah, we'll go from there and we'll see what they do for the rest of the dungeons, right? But at least everyone in chat right now Yes, you. I'm talking about you, the guy with plus 10 chromide accessories. I can confidently tell you that now you can queue Dramata, normal mode, and you can clear it and get your level 92 gear. So rejoice. Rejoice. The nightmare is over. You don't have to get crafted gear anymore. It's gonna be okay. I think then hard is still better to run than Dramata normal. Just for the get the level 92 armor pieces, just like get high eye level, because we don't know what's gonna be the item level of like Transcendence 10 and stuff like that. And the armor is the way you get easy item level, right? Like easy combat power. Also, Dramata gives you the new Belic mat, right? So if you want to start saving these up. And Dramata gives you the eternal like sync item, like soulbind items. If you want to start stashing these up, you know. Now the next dungeon, which is gonna be Bakama, that's gonna be in 10 days. Now that one is gonna be fucking useless, because that's gonna be weapon and accessories. So fuck that. You just go craft it for these anyways. Although, I mean, I'm still gonna do Dramata, if anything, just to craft the wings. Although I'm guessing that because it's so easy now, the wings are probably gonna drop to 3 mil pretty fast. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just confused right now, dude. Like, I'm just confused, okay? Like, I just saw how it was on day 1, and then I completely shifted my plans for the entirety of season 2. And now this happened. Like, dude, I wasn't expecting a nerf to happen this fast to begin with, right? And I was expecting even less for it to get nerfed a second time and for it to be this dramatic. Like, I don't know how bad. Okay, can someone tell me? Does anyone know like how bad the Koreans complained about Dramata? Because for them to react this way, I'm guessing the forums were probably up in flames, right? It has to be, right? Like, that has to be the reason. Like, I'm assuming the reason why they overreacted like that is because they got grilled. They got grilled in the mentions, right? Dude, this guy is 3.2k. He has more eye level than me. Eye level doesn't mean anything, guys. Like, I've been saying this. Also, I guess I'm probably done with the season now. Yeah. I'm just doing this for fun now. If I find a rank 4, then it's actually useful, but right now I'm just doing this for fun. But yeah, I mean, I should ask you, Kitty, because usually he checks out the Korean board and shit. But I'm assuming that it probably didn't look pretty if they did that. Also, this fast, like, we were not meant to get hard mode until like next month. What exactly happened with the latest patches? So what the patch that just happened did is that, you know, the new dungeon, the new 4-star dungeon, Dramata, it was really fucking difficult, right? So they nerfed it a first time yesterday, and it was still really hard. And today what they did is they completely neutered the dungeon. They lowered it to 2.8k combat power requirement, and they made the normal mode that we had the hard mode. So basically, the new normal mode is now very fucking easy. Anyone can go in with like 5 temple accessories unenchanted and just clear this with no problem. And the hard mode is exactly the normal mode that we had before the patch. Like, that's what happened with this patch. Like, just to give you an idea, again, the best I had gotten with the previous normal mode before this patch was like 20% enrage with people that had 3.9k combat power and like horn dragon weapons, right? I went into the new normal mode with people at like 3k, 3.1k that kept dying to mechanics, and we cleared on our first try with 60% of the enrage left. So that's how drastic the normal mode nerf is. So basically, if you were able to clear the normal mode before the patch, you just do hard mode now, and it's the same thing, and you get more loot. Which, like, at the end of the day, I think it's okay. Although I do think the normal mode that we have now was nerfed too much, right? I think it's a bit too much. I think it should be like 30% harder. Like, let's say they are level 70 right now, they should be like 72, right? But overall, it's a good thing, right? Overall, it's a good thing. It's just that it is just very frustrating that NC stuff is struggling this bad to balance their shit on release. Like, the last 3 days have been very confusing. Very confusing. Because this right now, like, this is just sending the message that just don't play the game when new content comes out. Just give it a week for them to figure out how to balance the fucking content. Like, this is kind of the message it's sending right now. Yeah, whatever. This guy's rank 8. I don't really want to bother beyond that. And also, like, for anyone who immediately reacted to the new content and just decided to log the fuck in and invest resources into crafted gear and going back to the older dungeon to get better gear and like shifting that PvP gear into PvE fast and so on and so forth, these people got shafted. These people should have just waited one day and they would have been able to just farm the new normal mode just fine. Already saw with the pet changes that they don't really know how it all affects. Yeah. But see, that's the thing, right? In Season 1, with the weird balancing on the dungeons, they had the excuse of perhaps they balanced it accounting for full pets, right? Like, that's what we all thought, right? But now we came into Season 2, and we got this new dungeon, and you went in as a full crafted fella with full pets, and you got your ass fucked, right? So what's the excuse now? You know? And then all of that scrambling happened. We got like 5 emergency maintenance in the last 2 days. Just for this dungeon, right? To get where we are at right now. And like, granted, it's not gonna move anymore because it's so easy now that nobody's gonna complain anymore. Like, this boss is legit dying faster than fucking normal mode Chromede. I don't know. And now we wait and see for the new dungeon, right? This guy is still here, huh? Now we wait and we see for the same dungeon. Because I'm assuming when they release the next dungeon in 10 days, it's already gonna be in the state that Dramata is right now, because that's what would make sense. So they're probably gonna release the new dungeon and then hard mode at the same time, just to like be in line. At least that's how I would do it if I was them, right? But like, Imagine if they release Bakama and it's in the same state that Dramata was on the first day. And we go through this whole ordeal again. Yeah, I'm just scared at this point. I'm scared and confused. But yeah, hey, at least now everyone's gonna be able to farm it, which is great. I don't think a regular fucking dungeon, especially going into a patch that just nerfed PvP and PvE, like, it should have been, okay, if they had released this dungeon with the 2 modes as they are right now on day 1, I would have been like, okay, makes sense. The normal mode is a bit on the easy side because they just nerfed the PvP gear. So it makes sense. But the fact that we had to go through all of this, and this was so fucking brutal, I don't know, I'm just, you know. They probably scaled the boss too much at the start. Maybe they thought people could take more since they buffed daily pet instant so much. Yeah, but that's the point of having a QA team, isn't it? Because when you have a QA team, literally 4 people, by the way, when you have a QA team of 4 people, they just test the dungeon at different gear levels with different comps, right? Because if they haven't done that, then how the fuck are they landing on the fact that the dungeon is gear score requirement 3000? Are they just throwing a dart at a board and just scaling the values at random and then sending it on live? I don't like the whole level shit. Why are we 45 fighting close to level 80 bosses? I mean, that's fine, like, because I'm guessing that's... They probably have a mathematic formula, right? That, which by the way clearly is wrong, but it's just eye level is, they're scaling eye level to the level of monsters, right? Like, it's just cosmetic. It doesn't really matter, right? It's semantic complaint. Yeah, I mean, in a sense, I agree with you, right? But I guess it gives us a visual representation of like, okay, which by the way, Sanctuary is 76. The old Dramata was 74. You know what I mean? Like, Sanctuary was level 80 initially. And I'm pretty sure the original Sanctuary was scaled lower than the original Dramata. So I don't even know how their scaling function internally. Because when they nerf something, they nerf the level, which means that clearly they have some sort of algorithm that goes off the level. Now, it could be that the level, the only thing that the level changes is the scaling on accuracy and crit resist. That's a possibility. Because when they patched Dramata to just reduce the accuracy and crit requirements, they reduced the level. So maybe the level scaling is just for the accuracy scaling. I'm not sure on that. I'm honestly not sure. But yeah, it is a bit confusing. Okay. Beyond being confusing, it's a big jank, right? There's like a bit of a lack of consistency. And that's what I'm saying, right? They need to lock the fuck in and figure out their fucking scaling, because these numbers are fucking cosmetic. These numbers have not meant anything from the beginning of the game. Like, when you go into a dungeon, you don't fucking know what the scaling is gonna be. It doesn't matter when the numbers are, you just don't know. That's why people ask for plus 200. Yeah, but Dromata was even worse. Dromata was even worse than Fire Temple. And like, okay, look at it this way. They nerfed stuff like Fire Temple. They nerfed it, but they kept the same displayed level. So we came to have a certain expectation. And like, here's the thing, when they nerfed Fire Temple and they made pets more available, you know what's the funny thing? The effect that that had is that it actually made the item level requirement make sense. Because I can tell you, with the current scaling, if you bring a full group of 2200 people into Fire Temple, you will be able to clear, and it's going to be difficult. The scaling right now for the Season 1 stuff is about right for the level that's written on the thing. It's the same for Sanctuary, by the way. Same with Sanctuary. You can go into Sanctuary at 2700, right? With pets, maybe a little bit of PvE gear, you will be able to clear if you lock the fuck in. Which is how it should be, right? But now we went back to having high-level requirements on dungeons that don't make any sense. And I wish they would just figure this shit out. Like, I don't know. I just hope we will never have to go through what we had to go through this week with this dungeon. Like, dude, I literally put all of my resources, all of my dungeon entrances, and like 120 million kina or something, and everything I had saved up for Season 2 to quickly course correct. Okay. Sure. I mean, first of all, hi. That's... Bro gave subs to people that probably checked out the stream for like 30 seconds and left and never came back, but I wanted to hit your goal, cutie pie. You overshot by 40. But I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to sub out of principle. Alright, well, someone is gonna have to like rage gift a sub to Tima then. Someone else has to gift him, bro. But I mean, thanks, Tima. I appreciate you. No more ads. Yippee! And now you know what it is, right? You got gifted a sub, which means you're at a deficit. You owe the guy, which means you're gonna have to resub next month, right? You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I also appreciate you, Tima. Well, thanks a lot, dude. I'm literally just doing an emergency stream for like an hour. I'm literally gonna go offline in 20 minutes. But I appreciate you. How you been doing, by the way? About to grab my kiddo? Fair enough, understandable. Just dropping a quick hundo. Venting stream? Yeah, dude. I just wanted, like, before anything, do the new normal mode and get my impression out in the world before I move on with my life, you know? Want another hundo? Okay. Just keep it for an actual stream. if you have an urge, if you're about to sin, just keep it for an actual stream where I have actual viewers in the chat, right? Like actual regulars. So this way, if there's any gifting that happens, they are the ones that give the gifties. You know what I mean? I just want to do the right thing. So like pull your hand out of your pants. All right. It's gonna be okay. I think it's random, isn't it? It prioritizes. Okay, the way it works is that when you gift a sub, it prioritizes the people who are currently watching the stream. And if you gift more subs than there are people watching the stream, then it gifts subs to people who have visited the stream before at random. Which means that it can gift a sub to someone who literally clicked on the stream and left 3 seconds later. That's how that works, basically. Guess I'll keep my prime just for that. You fucking better. Better prime in 30 days. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask if there's any primers in the chat again. Dude, I'm literally the only guy on Twitch that has 5 viewers but like 30 subs. Dude, my stats are through the roof. Literally the fastest growing stream on Twitch right now. I've gotten gifts to channel I've literally never visited to. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the way the gift, like the gifting algorithm works. Top 0.001%, hell yeah, brother. I'm killing this guy for you, Tima. Alright, once again, guys, I literally, like, fresh out of the oven, I just dropped a video about ults on my channel, so even if you don't necessarily need the tips, feel free to, like, at least go leave a like. Help a guy out. Thank you very much. Like, I spent today just writing the script, recording, editing, posting this, right? I didn't intend on streaming, and then NC Stuff was like, yo, we're dropping a hot emergency maintenance. So why do you bully them? Do you know what a CTA is, Tima? Right? They dropped 2 today, yeah. Like, actually. And you know what's fucked, Keggy? You know what's fucked? I wanted to... Okay, I had to go in game to get footage for the video, right? And I also wanted to get in game to get like screenshots to make the thumbnail, right? And I had to just wait out the maintenances to get some footage and stuff, so that delayed the release of the video because I was just sitting in front of my PC, dick in hand, on my fucking editing software, like, I need a B-roll for this, and not being able to log in because of this shit. I want to see a duel between you and Sorcerer with the same power. I mean, I have encountered like Sorcs with like more gear than me a couple of times, especially on the previous server. And I mean, it's pretty much a tale as old as time, right? It's just, if they land the freeze, they probably ram my ass dry within the duration of the freeze. If I invuln, I just kill them within the duration of the invuln. And if we just like go at each other without any cheap tricks, and there's no Theostones that proc, usually I win. Because I'm able to like heal through their burst and then punish them, right? Now, granted, I don't know what the quality of these Sorcs are, right? Because again, I know that Sorc can seal, and I know that have enough dots to cover the seal, but I literally haven't met a single Sorc that has covered a seal on me. So God knows, I don't know. And so far on this server, I have only encountered rangers. This server literally only has rangers. That's all they have. Evasion rangers everywhere. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe as the season goes, you know, as people seek more rankings and do the weeklies more, I'm gonna start meeting like more different people. But right now it's been pretty, you know, the same thing. Just play better, yeah. I have considered that. And I have been doing that, by the way. I am struggling less with rangers because I am doing something now which is extremely cringe but works really well against rangers. And you want to know what that is? I literally just cover a route, I drop my dots, I put down my Divine Aura, and I go at 30 meters and I wait for them to die of cringe. This way I don't risk getting Theostoned, right? They just slowly died while rooted away from me. Yep, just as God intended. Like, and like, I did a few arenas the other day, and I had a lot of rangers against me. And I was doing that a lot, by the way. Like, I was literally just... I was edging the ranger the entire fucking arena. I just go in range, I put a dot. Ooh, I dodge backwards. Ooh, hee. I just wait for them to chase me. The moment they get in range, whoop, I root them. I run away. I just play very, 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 very safe and cringe against ranges now, and it's been working great. Even against evasion ranges. I just stay max range, I just drop dots and I dodge backwards, because the one thing that ranges don't really have right now is like self-sustain, right? And because Cleric's dots hit pretty hard and drop their defense pretty low, you're able to just like quickly drop shit on them and just run away. Yola Para, GG on the sub. And yo, Ilya. How you doing? But yeah, that strategy also works pretty well against Elementalist. Because Elementalist ramps up damage really fast, and Elementalist can get a bit scary, right? Because they have the same one trick as Soak if they land Instafear, right? And they hit very, very fast, right? So, and because everything they do leaves a dot on you, if they proc a Seal Theostone in the middle of like unloading on you, you're gonna get covered by default. So I do the same with the Elementalist now. I just like drop shit and run away, drop shit and run away. And just like outlast, just heal every single bit of damage I take, right? Just fall asleep because I took maintenances. Yeah. Today was weird, dude. I mean, to be fair, the last 3 days were weird. If we're gonna be honest. This season 2 is so fucking confusing. It is so confusing, dude. Be good, off I go. Alright. Have fun, have a good rest of your day, and thanks again for the subs. King whenever you have a real stream, King. I'll have one tomorrow, yeah. Although, my streams tend not to be really NA friendly, but, you know, because it's the weekend, it should be a bit better for NA, yeah. But yeah, thanks a lot again, appreciate ya. I will, it's gonna be great when Twitch takes 70 bucks out of the 100 you've donated, because I have a shit contract because I'm just an affiliate right now. You've never been NA friendly. That is a truer truth that has ever been true in many ways. By the way, it's called NApes. I got an ad. And this is why you fucking sub to the channel, Tina, before you gift 20 subs. I don't even remember what I said. You see what I've done? I guess you'll have to watch the VOD now. Someone gift me tomorrow? Yeah. On God, on God. I'll just make another risky bet with Raiden in chat. NApes? Yeah, but you gotta say that NApes, like, is a really good insult. Baguette breath? That's not even an insult. Baguette smells great. Have you ever smelled a fresh baguette? Fresh out of the oven? Really is a good insult? Yeah. It's perfect. It encapsulates the NA spirit perfectly. Like, yeah, it's great. I don't remember who taught me that insult, but he must have been a great man. Or woman. Or non-binary. We don't judge here. You are French? For better or for worse? Yes, I am. Unsub. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I am French, and I have spent many years hiding my accent. It's not perfect, but it gets better over time. I love you. Yeah, thanks a lot, Tima. Really, it does mean a lot to me. You speak English very well. Thank you. And you wanna know? You wanna know what's funny? Okay, I've told this multiple times in the past, right? But I don't think I have on this stream yet. So, back in the days when I was still attending school, right? I attended school both in Switzerland and in France because I traveled a lot as a kid, right? Because of my parents working. And I was absolute fucking dog shit at English as a kid. Initially, right? And I was terrible. Like, legitimately, I would just hide at the back of the class, and you would not fucking catch me attending this shit, right? And around age 11, something happened. And that thing is called Final Fantasy 11. And the thing and that was my first MMO that my brother introduced me to, right? And the thing with Final Fantasy 11 is that the servers were mixed with the entire world, right? Within the same server, you had Japanese people, you had American people, you had European people, right? And Final Fantasy 11 was a very hard MMO. It was impossible to do shit by yourself. You had to team up with other people from the very beginning of the game to do anything. Even your leveling phase, you had to get in there, right? And because everything was server-based, community was king, right? So everyone had a reputation, right? Everyone like, you knew who was from which country, who did what, who was an NM camper, who was a crafter, who was so on and so forth, right? So you really had to go out there and talk to people and like leave a good impression. And I was literally just 11. I didn't know how to fucking speak English, but I really fucking loved the game because the game was amazing, dude. This shit was mind-boggling at the time. And by the way, I still play Final Fantasy 11 to this day. Right? The week before Iron 2 came out, I was still playing Final Fantasy 11, okay? So basically what I did is, because this was the early days of the internet, right? We didn't have all of that Google Translate nonsense, right? I grabbed one of those dictionaries that had both, you know, the traveling dictionaries that has both your language and the language that you want to learn, right? You have direct translations. And I would play the game with that dictionary next to me, and I would literally just interact with people the same way you would with a dictionary in a hand when you travel abroad, right? And I played this game for years. And this is how I learned English. I learned English with my shitty dictionary, trying to level up in Final Fantasy 11, playing with complete strangers at age 11. And this was the first part of my English journey, right? Because obviously there was no voice channels at the time, right? No one was using voice channels, right? So after a few years, I had a really good level of written English, but you would not be able to catch me speaking English, right? I could not even say a single word because I was never trained to, right? So at some point, and that was when I was playing Ion. At some point when I was playing Ion, I transferred to English servers, right? Because I was initially playing on French servers, and I quickly visited on English servers because I was curious to see like the difference in like how the player played and so on and so forth, right? So I transferred on that server, and then because it's Ion, you have to be on voice with people to do legends and all of that, right? So initially I was just the muted guy. I just only talked in text, and I was just listening to people. And this is when I started watching YouTube and Justin TV, which was the old Twitch, and I was watching videos in English, and I was trying to mimic the accent of the people I was watching. Since I was conscious, I was forced to learn German. Dude, I have a story about learning German as well, because if you listened, I did part of my scholarship in Switzerland, and yeah, that was I have a story about that too. But yeah, basically I spent multiple years while I was playing Ion training my accent by listening to people on YouTube and Justin TV. I was watching like speedruns on Justin TV, like at the time, I think it was like Twilight Princess speedruns and like Mario 64 and all that jazz, right? And then on YouTube, I was watching like stuff like JonTron and Simple Flips and all of these people, right? And I learned English basically. I learned my spoken English by listening and mimicking those people. So yeah, long story short, I learned written English on Final Fantasy XI, my first MMO, and then I learned how to properly talk in English by mimicking people on Justin TV and YouTube. And the fun fact is, by the time I was like 15 and I was still going to school, right? I was so ahead of everyone in English. I was not even attending class. I would just show up, like the graded stuff. I would just get perfect grades and just leave again. Like that shit was the best. Going from being absolute dog shit at English to just being able to like show up at English class and just get like perfect grade and just leave and not show up again was the best. But yeah, that is the story. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope that was interesting to literally anyone. But yeah, nowadays, in terms of like how I speak English, the biggest problem I have is because I got really comfortable with the language at like such a young age without supervision. I know for a fact sometimes I speak too fast and I slur some of my words sometimes, which I know can be a bit hard to understand. So like the next step that I've been trying to work on is to like slow down when I talk to articulate more, right? So like that's where I'm at, basically. I'm working in France. I have to say that many French people speak in English. Yeah, I mean, it's both an education problem and also a pride thing for some people. Like the education of languages, and I think that's not exclusive to France, right? I think in general, the way we teach language in school, especially public schools, is like extremely outdated. Because learning a language is okay. Learning a language is very similar to learning how to draw, right? You fundamentally have to go from the ground up, and you can only learn if you care about the subject. Like I don't know if that makes sense, right? But you can't really hammer a language properly into your brain if you don't fundamentally care about what you're learning about. Like you need to be learning it for a reason, right? Like for example, the reason why I learned English is because I wanted to play this fucking game. And I had to learn English to play the game. So you have to care, right? You have to be involved, otherwise you will never learn. And that's why people who immerse themselves by like going into another country to learn the language learn a lot easier. Because the other thing about learning a language, right, is it's not just about learning the baseline language, right? You don't need, it's not just about learning the language, it's about learning the language that the people speak. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why most people that speak English in France, for example, have a very thick French accent and they speak in a very like formal way, right? Because they don't actually speak the English that American and English people speak on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? And I think that can be applied to pretty much every language. Yeah, I mean, pretty bold decision to engage me at like water health, but I can respect it. Okay, this guy is like hard evasion. Can be difficult with the gods. I'm paralyzed, XD. Done. I don't have remove shock. Yep. No remove shock. I mean, 4 seconds left until the end of the rift anyways. So I think we're not missing out too much. But yeah, anyways, as I said, I literally just like started the stream to check out the new check out the new dungeon real quick and like quickly do this rift. So I'm actually gonna end stream now. I will be back tomorrow with a long stream, with the actual stream. So thanks a lot for showing up. Like, even though it literally lasted like what, like an hour and a half. It was fun. I'm grateful for you guys showing up. Once again, don't forget to follow the channel, both Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys this weekend. GG's. Let me see. Yeah, no, there's no one. Yeah, I'll just see you tomorrow. Bye, Dad.